If you are over 40 and something in your life feels off, this video is for you. Because what you're feeling right now is more common than you think, but almost no one talks about it honestly. You have built a life. You have worked hard. You have followed the rules. You have taken responsibility. Maybe you have a career. Maybe you have a family. Maybe from the outside, everything looks fine. But inside, something doesn't feel right anymore. There's a quiet dissatisfaction, a lack of energy, a feeling you can't fully explain, and sometimes it hits you randomly. Is this it? I remember a man I spoke recently. From the outside, his life looked perfect. Good job, stable income, family, everything most people would want. But he told me something that stuck with me. He said, every morning I wake up and I feel like I'm about to go perform a role. Not live his life, perform it. He had been doing it for years without even questioning it. Now here's the truth. This is not failure. This is not weakness. And this is definitely not something to be ashamed of. What you're experiencing is actually a misalignment. And misalignment doesn't happen overnight. It builds slowly over years of doing what was expected instead of what was true. At some point in life, the version of you that built your current life is no longer the same person you are becoming. And that creates tension. Because part of you wants to hold on what you built, to what you know, to what feels safe. And another part of you is pulling you somewhere else. And that internal conflict, that's why you feel as emptiness. So what do most people do when they feel this? They don't slow down, they speed up. They work more, they distract themselves, they stay busy because being busy feels productive. But in reality, it's avoidance. Avoidance of the one thing that actually needs to happen: honesty. The real problem is not your job, not your relationship, not your situation. The real problem is this: you are not being fully honest with yourself. And that's not because you are weak. It's because honesty requires courage. And most people were never taught how to face themselves. Now here's the good news. There are 3 practical shifts that can change this. But here's the shift. Your life doesn't need to collapse for you to change direction. You don't need a crisis. You don't need to lose everything. You just need one moment of truth. So let's make this simple. If you're feeling this right now, start with these 3 questions. Where am I living based on expectation instead of truth? Think about your work, your lifestyle, Your decisions, are they really yours? Or are they what you learned to want? What part of my life feels empty? Be specific. Is it your work, your relationship, your daily routine? Clarity starts with naming it. What am I avoiding? This is the hardest one because you already know the answer. There's something you have been postponing, ignoring, or pushing away. And that's exactly where your next step is. Most people think change starts with action, but that's wrong. Change starts with awareness, because without clarity, every action becomes confusion. You try things, you change habits, you set goals, but nothing sticks because you are not aligned. And this is exactly where most people get stuck, not because they don't want change, but because they don't have clarity. They don't have a structure. They don't have a way to see their life clearly. And that's why they stay in the same loop for years. If this resonates with you, I created a short guide to help you reset your direction. It's simple, but it will help you see where you are and what needs to change. You'll find the link in the description. Your second act does not start with a big move. It starts with clarity. In the moment you become honest with yourself, everything begins to change.